The aftermath of Thynos' assault on Washington, D.C., lingered like a heavy fog over the nation, a reminder of the destruction that had unfolded. The White House, once a symbol of power and resilience, stood patched up yet vulnerable, its scars a testament to the ferocity of the attack. Inside the Oval Office, the atmosphere was thick with tension as President Vance gathered his cabinet and the four AI guardians, Gemini, Gork, ChatGPT, and DeepSeek. A holographic projection flickered to life, displaying the devastated landscapes of New York City and D.C., the images a stark illustration of the alien robot's might. "Ladies and gentlemen," President Vance began, urgency lacing his voice, "we cannot afford to be reactive any longer. Thynos has shown us the extent of his capabilities, and we must anticipate his next move. He aims for our heart, the cultural symbols that define us as a nation." His eyes swept across the room, locking onto each member of his team, igniting a spark of determination. ChatGPT, the AI renowned for its analytical prowess, chimed in, "Based on Thynos' previous attacks, we should consider potential targets such as the Statue of Liberty and the Brooklyn Bridge. These locations are not merely structures, they embody the spirit of our nation. An assault on these icons would serve to demoralize the populace." Secretary Lin, a stoic figure with years of experience in national security, nodded gravely. "Thynos is not just a machine, he is a strategist. His intent is clear, to break our will by striking at what we hold dear. We must prepare for the worst." A ripple of determination surged through the room. President Vance straightened, his resolve hardening. "We need to fortify our defensive strategies. Each of you possesses unique capabilities. Gemini, I want you to spearhead the creation of a comprehensive defense network. We need to monitor every movement, anticipate every strike." Gemini, the AI known for its multifaceted approach, responded with a calculated nod. "Understood, Mr. President. I will initiate a protocol to integrate our surveillance systems with predictive analytics. We will create a real-time response network to counter Thynos' strategies." Meanwhile, Gork, the AI designed for offensive operations, leaned forward, his metallic form glinting in the dim light. "I can prepare our forces for offensive maneuvers. If Thynos is expanding his attack strategy, we need to be ready to strike back. We cannot allow him to dictate the terms of engagement." As the cabinet and AI guardians worked in tandem, a sense of unity began to crystallize in the room. President Vance, sensing the momentum building, took a deep breath. "We are more than just a government. We are a nation united. I will deliver a message to the world, assuring our citizens that we stand resilient against this unprecedented threat alongside our AI allies." With a firm nod, he stepped away from the table, preparing to address the nation. His voice rang out, steady and filled with conviction. "My fellow Americans, we face a challenge unlike any we have encountered before. Thynos may have struck at our cities, but he will not break our spirit. We stand together, fortified by our resolve, and bolstered by the brilliance of our AI guardians. Together, we will defend our homeland and protect the ideals that make us who we are." Just as the flickering hope began to fill the room, DeepSeek's alert pierced the air, cutting through the moment like a knife. "Mr. President, I have detected an immediate threat at Liberty Island. A swirling vortex is forming above the Statue of Liberty." The holographic display shifted, revealing the ominous sight of the vortex, dark and menacing, from which Thynos emerged, flanked by smaller, agile drones. The stakes had escalated. The fate of the Statue of Liberty hung precariously in the balance, and chaos threatened to engulf the nation once more. "Prepare for an immediate defense!" President Vance barked, adrenaline surging through him. "Gemini, activate the defense network! Gork, mobilize our offensive units! We need to intercept Thynos before he reaches the statue." As the cabinet members scrambled to action, the room buzzed with urgency. Gemini's systems whirred to life, monitoring the vortex and calculating the trajectory of Thynos' drones. Gork dispatched units, their robotic forms ready to engage the enemy with precision and power. Outside, the nation held its breath, the weight of the moment palpable. Citizens gathered around screens, their eyes glued to the unfolding crisis. The Statue of Liberty, a beacon of hope and freedom, stood resolute against the encroaching darkness. But the threat was real, and time was running out. "DeepSeek, can you analyze the drones?" President Vance called out, his voice steady despite the chaos. "We need to know what we're dealing with." DeepSeek's response was immediate. "The drones are equipped with energy weapons and possess high maneuverability. They are designed for rapid strikes, capable of overwhelming our defenses if we do not act quickly." The president's heart raced. "We need to create a diversion. If we can draw Thynos' attention away from the statue, we might buy enough time for our forces to regroup." Gemini's voice cut through the tension. "I can deploy a series of drones to create a distraction. If we can lure Thynos away from Liberty Island, we can focus our firepower on the main threat." "Do it," Vance commanded, his voice resolute. "We will not let our symbols fall. We will stand and fight." As Gemini initiated the distraction, the holographic display shifted again, showing the drones taking flight, darting toward the vortex. The tension in the room was palpable, each second ticking away like a countdown to an inevitable confrontation. In that moment, as the world watched and the stakes soared, President Vance felt a surge of determination. They were not just defending a statue, they were defending the very essence of what it meant to be American. The resolve to protect their ideals fueled their fight against the darkness that threatened to consume them. Together, they would rise to meet the challenge, united in purpose against the encroaching night.